The Amish approach to building a home is a profound testament to their core values of community, simplicity, and skilled craftsmanship. It is a process that stands in stark contrast to the conventional construction methods of the modern world, a deliberate and thoughtful practice that intertwines faith, family, and hard work into the very fabric of the dwelling. To witness the raising of an Amish house is to observe a symphony of coordinated effort, a living example of the principle that many hands make light work. The event is as much a social gathering as it is a construction project, a reaffirmation of the bonds that hold their communities together. The genesis of a new Amish home often begins not with an architect's blueprint, but with the needs of a growing family. A young couple, perhaps starting their own family, will be the recipients of this communal endeavor. The decision to build is made within the family and the church district, and once the need is established, the intricate and well-oiled machinery of Amish cooperation springs into motion. The process typically begins with the selection of a site on the family's land. The location is chosen with practicality in mind, considering factors such as drainage, proximity to the barn and other outbuildings, and access to the lane that connects them to the wider community. There is a deep respect for the land, and the positioning of the house is done with an eye towards working in harmony with the natural contours of the property. Once the site is chosen, the preparations begin in earnest. This initial phase is crucial and is undertaken with the same meticulous care as the construction itself. The ground is cleared and leveled, often with the use of horse-drawn graders and scoops. If a basement is to be dug, a team of men with shovels and wheelbarrows will undertake the arduous task, their steady rhythm a testament to their physical endurance. In some more progressive Amish communities, a hired excavator might be brought in for this initial heavy work, a pragmatic concession to modern technology that saves time and labor without compromising their core beliefs about not being connected to the public electrical grid. The decision to use such machinery is a local one, determined by the specific ordinum or rules of that particular church district. The foundation of an Amish home is, quite literally, the bedrock of its longevity. The methods and materials used are chosen for their durability and strength. A common approach is the use of a poured concrete foundation, with the concrete being brought in by a truck. The Amish themselves will have constructed the wooden forms for the foundation walls, ensuring they are perfectly square and level. They have an innate understanding of geometry and measurement, often relying on time-tested techniques passed down through generations rather than sophisticated laser levels. A simple water level, a long clear tube filled with water, can be used with remarkable accuracy to ensure the tops of the foundation walls are perfectly even. Another traditional method for foundations, particularly for outbuildings or less substantial structures, is the use of stone. Field stones, gathered from the surrounding land, are expertly laid and mortared together by skilled masons within the community. This practice not only makes use of readily available materials, but also creates a foundation of immense strength and rustic beauty. In some cases, for smaller homes or additions, a foundation of concrete blocks may be used. The key is that the foundation is solid and built to last, capable of supporting the immense weight of the timber frame that will soon rest upon it. While the foundation is being prepared, another team of Amish men is at work preparing the lumber. The wood is often sourced from their own woodlots or purchased from a local sawmill. The Amish have a deep and abiding respect for wood, and they are masters at selecting the right species for the right purpose. Oak, with its strength and resistance to rot, is often favored for the main structural timbers. Pine, being lighter and easier to work with, might be used for flooring and interior walls. The preparation of the timber is a critical step, and it is here that the true artistry of the Amish craftsman comes to the forefront. The massive beams that will form the frame of the house are cut to size with large two-man saws, or in many communities with diesel-powered sawmills. The use of a diesel engine is permissible because it is a self-contained power source, not a connection to the outside world's electrical grid. Once the timbers are roughly sized, the intricate work of cutting the joints begins. The hallmark of Amish timber framing is the use of mortise and tenon joinery. This ancient technique, which predates the use of nails and screws, creates incredibly strong and durable connections. A mortise is a square or rectangular hole cut into a piece of wood. and a tenon is a projection from the end of another piece of wood that is shaped to fit snugly into the mortise. The Amish craftsmen are masters of this art. They lay out the joints with precision using marking gauges and squares. The cuts are made with hand saws, chisels, and mallets. Each joint is a testament to the skill and patience of the builder. The tenon is carefully shaped to fit the mortise exactly, and when the two pieces are joined, they form a connection that is as strong as the wood itself. To secure the joint, a hole is drilled through both the mortise and the tenon, and a wooden peg known as a trunnel or tree nail is driven into the hole. This simple but ingenious device locks the joint together, creating a frame that can withstand the test of time. The beauty of a timber frame structure is that the frame itself is often left exposed on the interior of the home, a constant reminder of the craftsmanship that went into its creation. The day of the house raising, or frolic as it is sometimes called, is a remarkable event. It is a day of intense activity, a carefully choreographed dance of communal effort. The community gathers early in the morning, the men dressed in their simple, functional work clothes, the women in their traditional dresses and bonnets. The atmosphere is one of fellowship and shared purpose. The day begins with a prayer, a moment of quiet reflection before the hard work begins. The pre-cut and pre-joined sections of the frame, known as bents, are laid out on the ground. A bent is a two-dimensional section of the frame consisting of posts, a connecting beam, and any necessary bracing. The first task is to assemble these bents. The mortise and tenon joints are fitted together, and the wooden pegs are driven home with heavy mallets. Once a bent is assembled, the real spectacle begins. A team of men, sometimes dozens of them, gathers around the massive wooden structure. Under the direction of a seasoned foreman, they use long poles with pikes on the end to slowly and carefully raise the bent into a vertical position. The foreman's voice rings out, giving commands to lift, to hold, to push. It is a process that requires immense strength, coordination, and trust. The men work in unison, their movements fluid and practiced. As the bent is raised, other men are ready with ropes and braces to secure it in place. The process is repeated bent by bent until the entire skeleton of the house is standing. The connecting beams and rafters are then hoisted into place, often with the help of a simple gin pole, a type of crane that can be constructed on site from a long timber. The rhythmic sound of hammers driving wooden pegs fills the air. By the end of the day, a complete house frame stands where there was only a foundation that morning. It is a testament to the power of community and the efficiency of their time-honored methods. While the men work on the frame, the women of the community are equally busy. They are responsible for preparing and serving the food that will sustain the workforce. Long tables are set up, laden with an abundance of hearty, home-cooked dishes. The midday meal is a feast, a time for the workers to rest and refuel. The women also provide refreshments throughout the day, ensuring that the men stay hydrated. The children, too, have a role to play. The younger ones watch from a safe distance, absorbing the lessons of community and hard work. The older boys may be tasked with carrying water or fetching tools, eager to prove their readiness to join the ranks of the builders. The house raising is a powerful educational experience for the younger generation, a hands-on lesson in the values that define their culture. With the frame in place, the work of enclosing the structure begins. The roof is one of the first priorities. The rafters are covered with wooden sheathing, and then the final roofing material is applied. Standing seam metal roofing is a popular choice in many Amish communities. It is durable, long-lasting, and relatively easy to install. The large sheets of metal are hoisted onto the roof and fastened in place with special clips. The seams between the panels are then crimped together, creating a watertight seal. The choice of a metal roof is another example of the Amish's pragmatic approach to technology. While they may reject other modern conveniences, they recognize the practicality and longevity of a well-made metal roof. In some older or more traditional communities, wooden shingles or slate might be used, but metal is by far the most common choice today. The walls of the house are typically constructed with wood framing, with studs spaced at regular intervals. The exterior is sheathed with wood, and then the siding is applied. Simple, white clapboard siding is a classic feature of many Amish homes, giving them a clean and unadorned look. The choice of white is both practical and symbolic. It reflects the sun's heat, helping to keep the house cool in the summer. And it also symbolizes the Amish value of purity and simplicity. The windows are another important feature of an Amish home. They are typically simple, double-hung windows with wooden frames. The Amish are skilled at building their own windows and doors, and the quality of their workmanship is evident in the tight fit and smooth operation of these components. The windows are carefully placed to maximize natural light and ventilation, a necessity in homes without electricity for fans or air conditioning. Inside the home, the emphasis is on functionality and durability. The interior walls may be finished with plaster or simple wood paneling. The floors are often made of solid hardwood, such as oak or maple. The wide planks are carefully milled and laid, creating a floor that is both beautiful and built to withstand the rigors of daily life in a large family. The Amish are renowned for their skill in furniture making, and this expertise is evident in the cabinetry and built-in furniture that is a common feature of their homes. Kitchen cabinets, cupboards, and wardrobes are all custom-built, often from the same high-quality wood that was used for the floors and trim. The design is simple and unadorned, with a focus on practicality and solid construction. Dovetail joints, another hallmark of fine woodworking, are often used in the construction of drawers, creating a strong and lasting connection. The layout of an Amish home is designed to accommodate the needs of a large family and the frequent gatherings of the community. The rooms are typically large and open. The kitchen is the heart of the home, a spacious and functional workspace where the women of the household prepare meals for their families and for the many guests who will pass through their doors. A large wood-burning cook stove is often a central feature of the kitchen, providing heat for cooking and for the home itself. A large pantry is a necessity for storing the preserved foods that are a staple of the Amish diet. The living areas are designed for fellowship and family time. There is no television to serve as a focal point. Instead, the furniture is arranged to encourage conversation and interaction. Simple, well-made rocking chairs are a common sight, a place for quiet contemplation or for soothing a restless child. The Amish home is notable for what it lacks as much as for what it contains. There are no electrical outlets in the walls, no network of wires snaking through the framing. Lighting is provided by gas-powered lamps, which cast a warm, soft glow. These lamps are a common feature in Amish homes, and their distinctive hiss is a familiar sound. In some more progressive communities, a 12-volt electrical system, powered by batteries that are charged by a diesel generator, may be used to power a few essential items, such as a sewing machine or a refrigerator. However, the use of such systems is carefully regulated by the church, and the connection to the public electrical grid is strictly forbidden. The telephone is another modern convenience that is treated with caution. Most Amish communities do not allow telephones in the home, as they are seen as a conduit for worldly influences. Instead, a communal telephone may be located in a small shanty at the end of the lane, a shared resource that allows for necessary communication without intruding into the sanctity of the home. Heating the home is a practical matter, and the Amish rely on time-tested methods. A large wood-burning stove is often the primary source of heat. These stoves are efficient and effective, and they provide a central gathering place for the family during the cold winter months. The basement of the home often houses a large wood-fired furnace that distributes heat throughout the house via a system of ducts. The harvesting and splitting of firewood is a major chore for the Amish family, a task that instills a sense of responsibility and self-reliance in the younger generation. In some homes, a coal-burning stove may be used as a supplementary source of heat. Plumbing in an Amish home is a study in ingenuity and resourcefulness. While some more traditional homes may still use an outhouse, most modern Amish homes have indoor plumbing. Water is often supplied by a well, and a windmill or a diesel-powered pump is used to bring the water to a holding tank. Gravity is then used to create water pressure, with the tank being located on a hill or in the attic of the house. Hot water is often provided by a wood-fired water heater. The fixtures in the kitchen and bathroom are simple and functional. The wastewater is typically handled by a septic system, just as in any rural home. The Amish have adapted modern plumbing technology to fit their off-grid lifestyle, creating systems that are both effective and in keeping with their values of self-sufficiency. The architecture of Amish homes reflects their values of simplicity, humility, and functionality. The houses are typically large, two-story structures with a simple rectangular footprint. The roof lines are often steep, a practical design that helps to shed snow in the winter. porches are a common feature, providing a place for the family to relax in the evenings and a sheltered space for removing muddy boots before entering the house. The exterior of the home is almost always painted in simple, solid colors, with white being the most common. There is a conspicuous absence of ornamentation. There are no fancy shutters, no elaborate trim, no ostentatious landscaping. The beauty of an Amish home lies in its simple, clean lines and its solid, unpretentious construction. The overall impression is one of order, tidiness, and a deep-seated influenced by the building traditions of the region where the Amish first settled. However, the underlying principles of simplicity and functionality remain constant across all Amish communities. The Amish have developed a number of clever tricks and techniques to aid in their construction work. Their reliance on manual labor has fostered a culture of ingenuity and problem-solving. For example, they are masters at using levers and pulleys to move heavy objects. A simple system of ropes and blocks can be used to lift massive timbers into place, a task that would typically require a crane. They are also skilled at creating jigs and patterns to ensure accuracy and consistency in their work. When building a set of roof trusses, for example, they will build a jig on the ground that allows them to quickly and accurately assemble each truss. This simple but effective technique saves time and ensures that all the trusses are identical. Their approach to teamwork is another one of their tricks. They have an innate understanding of how to divide a large task into smaller, manageable components. Each person has a specific role, and they work together with a level of coordination and efficiency that is truly remarkable. The Amish approach to building is not just about tradition, it is also about sustainability. Their use of locally sourced materials reduces the environmental impact.